Now I'm going to demonstrate really quickly the kind of the video creation process. So I'm doing a really quick brief and not certainly by no means a brilliant example of a very short digital story, short form, just to show you the kind of the practical technical bits. So we start with one of my images, and this is the first of the images. You can see I've taken this very specifically for this story. I didn't have it existing, and it's my photo. There's no copyright issues with it. Now, if we're using video editor, which most of us are, with a couple of exceptions, once I've opened my first picture, just click to open it as you normally would, I'm going to go into the Edit and Create menu down the right-hand side, and you'll see that there's an option here to create a video with music. I'm going to click that. Okay. Now, what happens now is I need to stop sharing and reshare now the video editor has opened. So when you click that create a video button, what happens is that the video editor in Windows 10 opens. If you've got iMovie or Movie Maker, you're going to open that first. Open the software that you're using, and you'll be able to, there's a button for add media or add files, and you'll be able to add your photos that way. Video editor is asking me to name my video, and I've already decided on the name of my story. My story is called This Locket Unlocks So Many Stories. And you can see that what I have is a project library at the top, which is where I need to put all of the media that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to click add. What I suggest is that all of the images you're going to use, and you could draw things and take photos of them or scan them as well. So I'm going to add from this PC, and I'm going to find here on the desktop, I've got this folder that I've called This Locket, and I'm going to pop in all of the images that I want to put in. So I can just hold Shift, use the arrow key to highlight everything, and open them all, and they will all pop up here in my library. Now, what I haven't shown you just yet is that I have already done my storyboard. So I'll just share that with you quickly. Stop that and show you. So here is my script at the top. This, like I say, this isn't necessarily a good example. This was very hastily created, but there's my script. And then down below, I've just done a 2-column table. I've separated my script into the different sentences, and I've popped in the images that I'm using for each part of my script, just to give me a guide once I get into my video editor. So I'm just going to have a quick look through and say, okay, I've got friends on Zoom, shadows, silver, and my friend. And back into the video editor. I'm just going to drag these. So what happens is they go into this storyboard along the bottom. This is what becomes my film. So if I drag friends on, oh no, that's taking all 8. We could do it that way actually. Okay, I'm going to drag all 8 of these pictures in down here. And anything that's in the wrong place, you can just drag. So this one goes right to the end of my story. This one comes much earlier on. This one's a repetition. Can you all see what I'm doing? I've lost you all.
Yeah.
You can all, brilliant, okay. So this one I don't need. This is a repetition. I'm just going to tick it in this corner, and I'm going to delete. Now it's important to note that we've got separate controls. So these controls down here are for my storyboard. So I'm going to click that and delete it. If I click that picture up here and deleted it up here in this menu with these controls, this would take it out of my story, and I'd have that out of this project, and I'd have to bring it back in. So I want to just delete it from down here. Now I'm just going to whiz back into my thing. So zoom, shadow, silver, friend, open. Okay. Zoom shadows, silver, dragging this, my friend, the open locket, and the last image. There we go. Okay. So my storyboard has helped me with that. Now I've recorded my audio file. So we okay up to there, just with dragging these around?
Yeah.
Moving them however we want them. In Movie Maker, it's very similar. This storyboard will be actually here on the right hand side, but equally you can just click a photo and drag it around. Again, with iMovie, once they're in your storyboard, the process of moving them and dragging and clicking is very similar. Okay, I can close this project library and get that out of the way now. Now, I've created an audio file, and my audio file is about 2 minutes long. Okay. 1 minute long. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need probably like 8 seconds for each image. They automatically come in at 3 seconds, and I just click this here, and I can put, but actually I'm going to change it to 8 seconds, and I can do it for different length of time. This is just before I put the audio in, to kind of have things even out, and I can adjust them once I've got the audio there. And actually what I could do is click all of them here, and I can make them all. Oh no, that doesn't work. Okay, sorry. That should work. So I'm going to make them all longer. Here. 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 The reason I'm doing this is actually if it's too short, then when I bring my audio in, it just will only use a small amount of my audio file, and I have to do a lot of readjusting. So if I make it long enough to start off with, when you're ready, add an audio file, and actually we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. I go custom audio. I'm going to add my audio file. So again, I've saved it in the same folder where I had all of my images, and I'm going to open that. Now, I'm just going to have to say, okay, that's done. And I come back and I play from the beginning, and I see. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
This locket unlocks so many stories in my heart. It can tell the story of my lockdown 14th birthday.
Okay, so that was actually about the length of that first was about right. I've mentioned my 40th birthday, and we've moved image.
Screen that world. It can tell the story of my little family. Journey that continues. Whispers the story of my love affair with silver, shiny things.
Okay, now I think the silver came a bit late. I wanted it to come as I was saying that. And you might decide for artistic effect that you want an image to appear before or after you've mentioned the related thing. But I'm just going to take this one down to 7 seconds.
Whispers the story of my love affair with silver, shiny things. But today, I choose to celebrate the story of a friendship that's been with me now for 36 years, most of my life. My best friend gave me this locket for my first birthday, and in it she put a picture of my family. It's silver. It contains the thing I hold dearest in the world, and it's from her at the time. I touch it and remind myself of the friends I cannot. Friends and family far away. just for my little heart.
Okay, so actually it fits fairly well. Now I would potentially take some more time to adjust things. I might say, well, actually, I want this photo to linger a bit longer at the end. But essentially, there's that. Now, what I do want to do is add a title card at the beginning. So I'm going to pop a title card in and choose the text or the background. So I can just click text here. And I can put the title of my piece, This Locket Unlocks So Many Stories. Story by Karen for the Depal project. You don't have to put your name on it. It's completely up to you whether you choose to put your name. On Video Editor, you can choose some different fonts. Movie Maker, again, you have different fonts, and iMovie, you have even more potential to do different things. Lots of options. Okay. Now, actually, that's put my title card at the end. So I'm just like with my photos, I can just drag it around. I'm going to drag that right to the beginning. What we're going to find now is that the audio's gone a bit funny. So what I go back into is my custom audio. Actually, I want this to start just slightly later now. So I can either cut, this actually trims the audio file so it will stop after 30 seconds if I do that. I can extend it. That's using these tabs at the bottom. I can also just shift it, start earlier or later. And I'm just going to have it start a little bit later. This dot means that I'm at the beginning. So if I hit play, that's where it will start from. So I'll have the title. There we go. I'm quite happy with how that starts. That is a really whistle-stop tool. Has anyone got questions about that?